Alright guys, here we are for the trailer reaction. Today we're reacting to the trailer for the movie Seven Guardians of the Tomb.
Oh, it's got Kelsey Grammer.
I know, that picture of him is terrible. I couldn't even tell it was him.
And I'm pretty confident that it can't all be in Chinese.
I'm hoping this is a somehow random sequel to Down Periscope.
Fucking A. That's what I hope whenever I see Kelsey Grammer, even like walking down the street. Are we doing Down Periscope
is this a sequel
too?
to Down Periscope?
Are we doing Up Periscope? Are we doing the sequel that we have the loose treatment for? Link in the description.
Periscope Up.
Periscope Up. I need a man with a tattoo on his dick. So Seven Guardians. Let's see what this is.
Let's check it out. One of my biggest pet peeves in like any of the Indiana Jonesy type worlds, we're like, oh, we stepped on this rock and all of a sudden it's filling with snakes and shit. And I'm like, what kept all those snakes alive for so long?
Yeah.
This is millions of spiders.
And you had to train the spiders to stay inside the little skulls until someone showed up, right? Well, why would you do that?
Even if that was just naturally part of their, like, oh, I'm a skull spider. You heard of trapdoor spiders? I hide in skulls.
Yeah,
like, what are they living on? That many spiders. They spread across like army ants. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what are they? They're breeding rats in there for food? Like, what are they doing?
Yeah, this is sort of this reminds me of a similar thing with like the Predators from the movie Predator or whatever, where someone went on this rant of like, who's taking care of the Predator babies? Who's taking care of who's mowing the Predator lawns? Right? Where's Predator IT? What if Predator can't print? Who does he call? Is there a Predator with glasses? How does this whole society function? What the fuck's going on?
I think they're just like barbarians.
No, it's like a joke about like you see one little part of something, but like practically speaking, there'd have to be this gigantic support structure for a thing that can't exist, potentially.
I always took Predator as literally it's like the rite of passage. We send our boys out for a blah blah. Like that was only ever the men. Back at the thing, there's old people and there's women and children.
I think that the Predators we see are essentially like a biker gang in like in like America, just going around.
I would say they are more akin to like privileged white people going over to Africa
to
hunt.
Shoot things. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I would think because they have the high powered weapons. They're way overkill and they're doing whatever they do.
I picture they have accents though. Redneck accents.
I was like, accents? And I immediately thought of like a British guy, like, oh, I'm the
Hello. We're going to darkest Africa to hunt big game, the most dangerous game. He's got like scrolls.
But with the suspension of disbelief on these spiders, I think this looks kind of interesting. I always thought those Haratagi warriors. What do you call those things? Like, the clay things?
the soldier, the statues. Yeah.
Like those are cool. A lot of that shit's cool. And I'm like, the idea that even like that's based on real shit. Like that shit exists. Like who the fuck? Like how do you convince people to do things like this for you? It's actually
we need
insane.
to build a giant pyramid, and you're like, what? Why? Because we do.
But like the pyramid almost makes sense. Aside from not ever using it, right?
Yeah, what is that for?
It's just a big tomb.
Surfing?
But for like big holes in the ground, I'm like, need to dig. Keep digging. When you're done, you'll never know you did anything. Like,
because you'll die before we finish this.
Yeah.
No, but so like the premise here, I take it, a species of spider secretes an enzyme. The enzyme does something. I wish they had like buried the lead more about Kelsey Grammer being bad.
Yeah.
Because like there was a scene really early where like he gives somebody a look, and I'm like, oh, Kelsey Grammer is bad. This is all like a pretense because he wants the stuff. And then they show him like holding like a jar of like whatever the stuff that they were getting from the spiders is, and I'm like,
and saying it's about being God.
Well, like once he's all half sweaty and half bloody and says, "This is about being gods," and you're like, okay, he's obviously doing that thing. Like when like we're all on the mission, and then someone's like, hey, hang back, or like, it's fine. You're like, what do you mean it's fine? I have orders from. So you have what? Oh my God, we're all gonna die. It's like, listen, casualties are a part of this mission. What? And like do that whole thing. So I wish they'd kind of like been more sly about that.
Exactly. Go more to the spiders and then come back to Kelsey being crazy.
Because I would have loved that to be like a surprise. Like, or like I was gonna guess it anyway up until they literally showed it.
It could be a cool twist where they were actually cutting two different conversations together, and his thing about like is actually yelling at somebody. It's not about being a good medicine man. It's about being God. You're trying to, and like it's actually a flip. That's how they should edit things.
I hope that
they didn't do that.
I always hope everything's like a trick and that I'm wrong. I love nothing more, honestly, than being like, obviously they're gonna have a misunderstanding, and then you watch the movie and like it's not that at all, and you're like, ooh, like that's the most interesting thing ever in my life. But so we were excited about Kelsey Grammer. Do you like what you see here from Kelsey Grammer?
I do. I think this could be interesting. I'm happy because looking at the cover art here, I was like, well, this might not even be English, and it's super English.
Yeah, not because of the actress, just because it had a feel.
No, like
whatever,
the colors of the poster honestly made me believe the most that I'm like, I don't think this was an American box office thing, and having never heard of it either.
I know, and I expected it to be like a derivative.
But no, the visuals here look fine for something that might be lower budget.
And it's adventure, right? We always like when some actual like quote unquote adventure comes out. Some nice tomb hijinks.
The title though,
some stuff.
Seven Gardens of the Tomb. Still
that
throws
sounds
me
like a
where
Crouching Tiger thing, right? Yeah.
I'm like, you look at it and you're like, all right, I see 1,000 of those Stone Warrior things, so it's not 7 of those. I see a bazillion spiders. It's not that. Are there 7 larger spiders?
So there's 7 Kelsey Grammers.
Maybe.
He's one of the chosen 7.
I would actually love that.
That would be great. And there's 6 more movies, about each of them, and then an 8th movie that ties it all together.
Oh. All right, guys. So that's this. I think we give this a thumbs up.
We're thumbsing this up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would check this out. Don't die in a fire. Let us know what you think about in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.
Did I question? I care about you. And did I question? I care about you.